Hey everybody, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Well, we're going to get to work on a car today. The first video I showed you, just kind of a walkthrough how the game worked. So let's see, which car can we work on here? And maybe we'll do this Malich. But before we do that, I want to show you, I worked on a couple more cars that I restored. And look at that beauty. Looks like a vet, doesn't it? That is sweet, man. 100% restore. I love it. And let's see. Then I've got this one I worked on. That one's 100% restore. I'm trying to remember the name of the cars. That's the first one I showed. I showed that in the first video. So I got 3 cars I restored fully. I just can't remember the names. They're just kind of new to me. I guess I could have wrote it down. Sorry about that. There's a lot of different kind of cars, and I'm just not familiar with them. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to show you was the auction center, and I'm looking for this car. Let's see, what's the name of it? I think it's called Delray Imperator. Delray Imperator. But anyway, this is how this auction thing works. You can raise the bid, and you have to click the raise button before the time runs out. And you can't wait too long though, because if it goes like towards, I don't know what that would be on a clock, it would be what, 9 o'clock? If you let it go past 9 o'clock, you can't bid, so it's a little tricky. You get used to it though. So what I'm looking for is this Delray Imperator, if I can pronounce, and here it is. So I'm definitely going to bid on this. This is the car that I want. It's a sports car. And I've been trying to get this car for quite a few days, and I haven't been able to get one yet. So let's see if I can get this one. It's a 3 stars, which is pretty good. I like to bid on stuff that's lower. They're not in that good shape. But for some reason, this car just does not come up a lot in the auctions. Oh man. It's already up to 25 grand. Can you believe this? I only have 35, so I'm going to bet as much as I can, or raise as much as I can. Oh, I thought I had it there. But the time was going to run out. See? I didn't get it. Oh, man. That sucks. Well, anyway, I'll try again. Actually, I have been trying, and if I do run into another one, I'll record it. So let's go into the test path and check the brakes and the suspension. So pull up here. Hold brake. I don't even know what the brake button is, actually. I thought it was down arrow, but I think that's reverse. Unless they use the typical WAS, WADS, whatever it is. I might have to try that. I looked it up and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the controls for the keys. It doesn't tell you. So that's the suspension test. You can see on the right how well it works. So rear brake drum, brake pump, front brake. Okay, so we know it's front and rear brakes. And brake pump, I'm not really familiar with that part. They might have something to do with... I'm going to do the old factory test too. Road test. This is the other thing that Oh my god, that sounds terrible. It sounds like a little scooter. What a piece of junk. Anyway, I thought, I know acceleration is arrow up, and I thought brake was arrow down, and that's actually reverse. So I never actually stopped the car, I just went reverse. So I think it's, I'll have to mess around with it later, figure it out. Look at that, suspension. Okay. Brake shoe, clutch. Ah, clutch. Interesting. And rest of it's brake stuff. So we're talking about clutch, which is part of the gears. I guess they call it. Find and fix all gearbox problems. So I know where the gearbox is. That's where the clutch is. Clutch pressure plate, clutch release bearing. And then, of course, the other stuff is brake stuff. So anyway, let's see. I think I have to put this on the lifter. I don't think I could work on it. Just, you know, looking over the engine. Pretty sure this kind of car is a lot different than the other ones I worked. The other ones are pretty standard. This one's a little different. This Mullich. So, oops. So I'm gonna put it on the lifter. It'll be a lot easier. At least I know pretty much where I gotta go. Oh, and the other thing, the engine's in the back too, which is kind of weird. Okay, let's see. There's the gearbox, so I have to open that up. And in order to do that, I have to see what's connected to it. I believe it's well, I gotta take the starter off first of all. I take the starter off. That's pretty standard in most cars in this game. Yeah, this rear drive axle, I have to take that off because that's connected to the gearbox. I have to do that on both sides. I don't think that that's connected to the gearbox. I don't believe. Let me see. Make sure. No, it's not connected. So the only thing, so there should be one on this side. There it is right there. But you really got to maneuver around to get inside this little nook and cranny. Okay, so I still can't get in there. Oh, there's a flywheel cover. Okay. Now that's not standard in most cars. That's... Oh, well I can get to it from here? Well, you can see now that's in red. That means it's bad. It means it's like... well, down the bottom left, you see condition is 29%. So... you will have to replace that for sure. Now condition percentage has a lot to do with, oh, the clutch plate's bad too. So I'll take that off. Boy, I like that fast unbolting. Boy, that's nice. Okay, clutch plate looks good. I'll just take it all off and see what we got here. I could do a compression test here, but I don't really have to. I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong with the crankshaft, but I just wanted to show it to you. Yeah, it's fine, I'm sure. Yep. Okay, so 66%. Now see down here it says 57. So anything that's 58% or higher, you can use the parts for this. So that's 66, so that's good. You have to really watch that because it changes a lot. 58, so that's good. That's not good. So I have to get it, replace that. So I have to go in the, bring up my tablet, go to the Mullich. I can't, how do you pronounce that? Mullich? Yeah, Mullich Part Shop. Oh, there's no search on this. You can't search. Yeah, oh well. Okay, clutch pressure plate. Try saying that 5 times fast. Okay. Brand new one. And we got to if I can talk, got to replace the clutch release bearing. $30. Okay. And put the gearbox. No, we got to get a new gearbox. Ah. Oh boy. Wonder how much this costs. I know on the other vehicles, it's like $1,500. Look at that, $500. Wow, that's still expensive. You know, I kind of wonder how much I actually charge the customer for. It cost me $500 to buy that. 59%. It cost me $500 to buy that gearbox. How much do I charge the customer? Money spent on 580. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I didn't really look into that, but that's something I like to know, sorta, you know. So, okay, so we have the. Put that back on. I almost forgot about that. Oh, got to replace that too. Where is it? Oh, there it is. $15. Well, that's a cheap part. So we have the gearbox thing fixed. Right there, all those are done. So now we're doing brakes and various brake related things. Cylinder, drum wheel cylinders, discs. I don't work on this Mullich cars too often, but I should to get more familiar with it. It is kind of different than the other vehicles. The other vehicles I'm very familiar with, especially the V8s, because I used to have a couple of V8s and they're pretty close. So I keep forgetting the minimum condition thing. You have to keep looking back because I keep forgetting it's 58% or higher. Yeah, you can see something in there is bad. It's red. So red means the part is the worst condition. And then there's yellow. And then what's the next one? Kind of like a off green, I think. And then a bright green means it's 100%. So let's see. Oh, well, you see the wheel cylinder is bad. And that's the only thing that's bad on the actual wheel. So that's all good there. I think 58%. So that's good. That's 66%. I noticed that when you first start playing this game, most of this stuff, you don't really have to worry about the condition. If you see that it's not red, then usually you're okay. Oh, I got to replace shoes. But I notice as you advance, sometimes it's like a lot of the parts are like 1% under or 1% over, and you can miss it easily, and you got to go back. It tells you you're not done yet. You missed this, and I thought, no, I didn't miss that. What are you talking about? So I go back, and sure enough, the condition is like just under the minimum required. So I realized that just like today or yesterday. So it gets a little tougher. You have to really pay attention, and so I'm sure they did that on purpose. Okay, let's see. 58%. See that It's just 1% over. Do you notice that? But it's good. Okay. Everything looks good on this side. Just checking. I'm right-clicking on these in examine mode, and it gives me the color condition on most things, not everything. Sometimes if you just like zoom right through the rim, you could actually scan it sometimes, but it doesn't look like I can do it on this one. So I'm going to have to take the wheel off. Another thing on this type of car is you can't see all the parts on the wheel. So you can see the drum, but you can't see the other parts inside. You have to take the drum off, which is different than the other ones where you can see pretty much everything on the wheel. And there's the cylinders bad. 58%, 24, 65. Okay. So there's one thing I have to, that I don't like about this ordering parts thing. It's kind of cumbersome because you usually have to type in, well, not on this one. This one, it's just for one kind of vehicle, but the other ones, the parts are pretty much for a lot of different cars, sort of. And you have to keep typing in like brake pad, brake drum. I don't like having to keep typing in stuff. You don't have to type in. You can just scroll down, but it's kind of cumbersome. I wish it was a little bit easier to go through it, but it's just a little gripe that I have. It's not nothing terrible, but just after you do it like a gazillion times, it just kind of gets a little to be a pain. Okay, so brake pump, there's the bad, that's what's bad. So I have to replace that. Brake pump. Huh. Actually, this one's actually pretty easy. This part's catalog for this car. There's some parts that you can't scan them. You have to actually, it doesn't give you an analysis. You can't test it. You have to basically take it apart and then put it back in and then see if it's bad, which I thought was kind of weird. Steering middle rack, yeah, that thing, it will not tell you if it's bad or not unless you actually remove it. So I don't know why, but there's a couple parts like that. Not too many. There is another thing that I wish they had, where you can, if you buy cars at the auctions, and you fix them up, you can sell them. Just one car that I restored, I could sell for 65 grand. It's one of the highest value cars, probably top 3 or 5. And but anyway, I don't really want to sell it. I like to just start collecting it maybe, and then if I do need the money, I'll sell one, and if I want to do something else. I wish it had where you can actually go and drive the car, not test drive it in that really ridiculous back alley test, but where you could just cruise in the car that you just fixed up. I wish they had that. Just go and like drive around town. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, but just to be able to cruise the car that you just restored. I mean, what do you do with it? You restore it, you put it in the garage, and then what do you do with it? Nothing. So I just thought it's not realistic. I mean, if I was restoring cars, in real life, if I was restoring a car, I wouldn't just put it in the garage and leave it. I would drive it. Well, I know this is just a game, but I'm just saying that it would be kind of cool, kind of a rewarding thing where you can actually take it and drive it. So that's something that maybe the people that make this game could do something, some minimal thing. So we got a brake shoe and a front brake drum. Let's see. That looks good there. 64%. What am I missing here? Brake shoe. Did I miss a brake shoe? Apparently I did. I've actually made some mistakes in this game, mostly with, I did it with rims and some actual doors. I actually selected the wrong door for the wrong car, and you can't put it back. You could sell it, but for example, like they got lots of different kind of rims, but apparently the rims are for specific vehicles. So if you try to put different rims, if you try to buy different rims, it'll let you buy them, but you can't put them on, say, a certain vehicle. You're stuck with them. And like if I bought 4 of them, they were like $200 each. And I realized what I did, and I tried to sell it, was you only get back 150 for every 200. So you automatically lose 200, or you automatically lose $50. So I thought I'll just keep them. Eventually I'll use them. So, but you got to be careful that you don't. Once you buy a part, you're pretty much stuck with it. You know, if it's the wrong one. Okay. Now, what did I missed something here? Axle. Rear drive axle. I missed it? Huh. I don't remember. Maybe I only did one of them. Ah, there it is. So I have in assemble mode, that comes up in like a translucent, transparent. I don't know how I missed that, but I did. I do that a lot. I miss a part, and then when I'm done and I want to finish the sale, it'll tell you. There, all completed. So I made only made $1,600. That's why I don't work on those cars, because you don't make that much on them. So I got 1 upgrade point. Boy, I think they need to make some more options for upgrades, because it goes quick, and then you really don't have anything left. So, okay, anyway, here's the parts that I can try to repair. So let's see if I can do this. Nope, that was unsuccessful with that one. 57%. Try it again. 90%. No, 100%. So I restored that one. Oh, I want to get that gearbox 100%. I got it at 36. 77. Where is it? Oh man. See, that happens sometimes. You can't restore it. And I have my upgrade up to 90% chance. So how are you not able to restore a part if you have a 90% chance? I mean, see, most of them I got, but it seems like the stuff that's like really worth a value, like a gearbox or engine block, sometimes you don't get those. Or like car doors, things that are higher value, I think they give you less of a chance. It seems like that, but it just kind of, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. So anyway, I'm just getting rid of anything that's usually under 50%. I get rid of it. I sell it, and I do get some money back. It's a small amount, but it's better than nothing. So I got $20 for that gearbox. It's worth 500. Okay, so I think that's about it for this episode. So I'll set up another one, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.